Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. If you're returning to the channel, thank you, and thank you for subscribing. Quite a few of you have subscribed to the channel and left comments and likes, and I appreciate that because you're helping me build this channel and make the videos more visible to other people to benefit from, we hope. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this. It's actually kind of a neat day for me. For those of you who maybe know a little bit of my history, we moved to Florida three years ago. And for the first time in 43 years, the home we bought is 43 years old. It flooded during Hurricane Helene, and there were 2 feet of water outside the house, but there were 4 inches inside the house. We'd done what we could to sort of insulate it from the water. But in any case, there was water damage, and we ended up having to redo the floors and repair the drywall, the lower drywall, and repaint the entire house. And cabinets in the bathroom and kitchen had basically kind of turned into mush because they were those 43-year-old cabinets that are made of manufactured wood, and that turns to mush when it gets wet. So we've been under construction since September 26th. Red Letter Day, we finally have our new counter that we ordered through Home Depot. They got it wrong the first time, and we had to wait 6 more weeks to get our counter. It's Formica, but so it's a counter that we ordered through Home Depot, Formica, and but anyway, our counter's in, the new sink is in. My husband is just putting the finishing touches on, having the faucet and the spigots and whatnot and the handles. So Red Letter Day at the Adams house. So today's message, my spirit guides, which are, for those of you who are new to this channel, are primarily the Arcturians, ascended masters, and of course always my own higher inner guidance, but primarily Arcturians, and then lately the Pleiadians. So every day in my meditation, I learn wonderful new things and have insights, and I take notes. And a few times a week, 3 or 4 times a week, I post something that particularly my spirit guides wanted me to talk about a little bit. And today, the message is about that you are, I am, we are spirit. We are consciousness, and consciousness is spirit. There's no such thing as dead consciousness. I know, when people talk about you're in the hospital, you're conscious or unconscious, like you're present or you're not. Consciousness is live, and spirit is consciousness. Consciousness is spirit, the God consciousness. You are an expression of the God consciousness, perceiving and learning and experiencing through your very unique perspective and set of potentials, as am I. So we are all the God consciousness expressing, which is why everyone, physical and non-physical, we all keep saying we're all one consciousness. That's why we are all literally the God consciousness, expressing through our particular perception, set of challenges and potentials on our own path. We are each a path of consciousness. What's important is we are spirit. We are not a body with a soul or a spirit. We are. Our identity, our true primary identity is spirit consciousness that is experiencing part of itself in body, in the physical, so that we can very honestly learn what it is we're vibrating with, become consciously aware of what ideas we are accepting and not accepting and what we're vibrating with, and see it. We have sensors, we have built-in sensors, so that we can actually see and feel and perceive the events and the situations that have been projected as a result of what we vibrate with, so that we can learn about ourselves and actually experience our own vibrations physically. It's a gift, you guys. It's not a prison. It's a gift. The Arcturians actually, in one of their channelings through Daniel Scranton, said, when you are no longer physical, you'll miss it. So we're here and it's a gift. So today's message is about recognizing consciously that we are spirit, that identifying with that first. We are consciousness and spirit first, walking around in physical, and to start moving, and you can choose this deliberately and intend it once you think about it, especially, move out of separating mundane physical life, cleaning your house, cleaning the litter box, going to work, whether you like your job or not, taking care of the kids, all of those sort of mundane, going to the grocery store, things that we do as physical human creatures, and the spiritual. There tends to be really a sense, and of course there's duality. We incarnated into this so that we could learn this and bring it all into one, into whole consciousness. So the point is to become aware of yourself as spirit, walking around in body and bringing the 5D, the higher vibration, the spirit awareness and consciousness, the love, the light, the joyful creativity, the lack of fear and the absence. I won't even use that word lack. The absence of lack and fear and separation and competition. Your true nature as spirit, as soul, focus through your unique perspective. You can actually bring that soul's essence into your conscious awareness and being in everything you do. So instead of being physical and, I'll just spend a few minutes here as spirit, you start being able to, at all times, be more aware of yourself and others as spirit, as consciousness, as love, light, creativity, joy. Abundance. Abundance is a natural, the God consciousness is abundant. Whatever you ask for, want, fear, you'll have whatever you need or want, whether it's fun or not, in abundance, because the God consciousness is creativity, and it is infinitely power and has infinite power to create and manifest through us. So bringing the spiritual into our everyday, recognizing that everyday tasks, the tiniest things, bigger things, things that maybe don't even look that enjoyable, can become, you can approach them from the standpoint of, I am spirit, and start thinking about, how do I bring my soul's nature, my love, my light, my joy, my creativity, that yes, that support, that flow, into my everyday activities. And you start living very much in the present moment, first of all, and noticing that you can find joy and that yes feeling in everything you do. And I watched a wonderful video last night. Some of you may know from other videos that I watch some channeled messages from other channels. And of course, one of my all-time, I really love the channelings of Daniel Scranton. He's a very pure, love, light-based channel. There's no insertion there of personal fears and agendas that make it into his channelings whatsoever. Another one that I look at when I look at channelings would be, it's the GFL station. I don't know what that stands for. It could be Galactic Federation of Light. It could be. I don't know that for sure. But one of the channelers is a Breanna B. And I don't know that you can really search for her particularly, but if you click on GFL, I believe, she may channel Mira of the Pleiadians. She may channel Tia, but there are also a couple of other channels that show up. Jose Peta shows up, and a David Akira. But every time I watch the channelings of Breanna B, they are so uplifting and empowering and positive and light, love based. So I just watched one yesterday, and I'll tell you the title of it so that you can, I'll include a link here below, but I'll just tell you what it is entitled. The title sounds like something scary. It's not. Oh my golly, it's not. It's called The Last Days of Earth. Enjoy Your Time in 3D. And the entity's name, it's an Orion entity, which surprised me. That's the first time I've run into that. And the name is Li, L-I, from the Orion Federation of Light. And she said that Orion has actually historically been known as having a lot of conflict and adversarialness and fighting going on. But that they actually, a group of them were able to ascend up and out of that. Does that sound familiar, guys? Were able to ascend up and out of that to where they're no longer even physical. And they are the Orion Council of Light, I think that's what they call themselves, that have turned their attention to us and helping us. And she said in a very partner-like fashion, not we're here to fix it for you or do something to you, but to tell you how we did it. And what she emphasizes is that they figured out to bring the spiritual and the love and the light into everyday, mundane activities. And I love one of the examples she gave is, so for instance, if you need to clean your living room, well, where we're used to thinking is, oh, rats, I have to clean my living room, not yay, living room. However, when you think of it in terms of this loving, light-filled spiritual expression of filling your home, your environment with love and light and the abundance of enjoying your environment, it spiritualizes that task. You can apply that to anything. If you're going to the grocery store, can't you, instead of rats, I have to go to the grocery store and deal with traffic, aren't you lovingly providing, taking care of with love yourself and your family and providing abundance and doing that with love and open heart? Taking care of your pet, cleaning the litter pan, same thing. You're lovingly taking care of this pet and providing a clean, enjoyable atmosphere for your pet and for yourself. So just realizing, and I almost thought that this message would be about living in the present moment. And I'll probably do that because, as Seth, my teacher, Seth, said over and over, your point of power is the present moment. The present is your point of power because here in this present moment is exactly where you exist and from whence you create the past that you resonate with and the future. Today's message I'm not going to go into that today, but if we want an enjoyable, love, light infused future, the best, quickest way we don't have to worry about manifesting it and planning it and controlling it. Yeah, we can know what we'd like to see. I sure do. But where we really have the empowerment to just be creating it without even worrying about what we're creating and manifesting is being in this present moment as a human in body, a spirit consciousness in body, and everything, holding everything in that love, light, spirit consciousness. And when you're in that, guess what? You are in ascended consciousness, and all of the consciousnesses, the entities that aren't physical, are there. They're there, wanting to help, offering us help, whether we see it or aware of it or not. And that's where we can kind of more consciously spend time in direct communication and communion with the beneficent, benevolent, highly evolved consciousnesses like the Arcturians, like the Orion Council of Light, like Yeshua, the Ascended Masters, just all of those higher beings that are so full of love and light and have figured this out, that are helping us lift out of 3D focus into the 5D focus, where we can still be physical, but just much more light, literally, less densely compacted, to where we are more light, our environment is more light, and we're able to resonate with and experience the higher, light-filled versions of all our friends, neighbors, and family. So that's what today is about. And I do want to invite you, share with you, that I will be doing a special lights live intensive group healing and timeline shift group session. They only last about 20-25 minutes at the very most. They're very inexpensive. Anyone can come. You don't have to be a member of my Patreon community or anything like that. And what we do is I go into them with spirit guidance, go into the morphic field of the group and adjust. And this particular one is sort of going to be around adjusting to the changes in our own frequencies and our energetic patterns, because we are all accepting in a lot of upgrades and updates. We're releasing things and patterns and patterns of thought and belief and expectation that no longer fit. So this particular group transformational timeline shift healing is going to be around that, adjusting to the pattern shifts and the frequency shifts that we're all going through with these upgrades and updates. I'll leave a link to the registration page on my website below. As always, I'll leave a link also to my Patreon page. You can register, read a description and register there as well. And the other thing, quick, I want to invite you to at least be aware of is I do every other Sunday. It's typically second, fourth, doesn't matter. This Sunday, February 16th, 2025, I'll be doing a spirit talk for Patreon members with Patreon, because it's an interactive, wonderful thing where we spend about an hour together. And it's going to be all about, since I create my own reality, do other people even exist? It's going to be about boundary of consciousness, your independence as a conscious entity, and your multidimensional consciousness, and how all that is forming together to create the experience that we're having. I will say this, that I do have a 7-day trial membership on my Patreon page of the Joy membership. It's the second level of membership. You're welcome to do a free trial of the Joy membership and join us live if you care to, or just receive the recording of this Sunday's Spirit Talk. So thank you for the time you've spent today. Have a very enjoyable day. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Whatever you are or aren't going to do with that, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.